There are 168 hours in a week. We go to church for 1 hour. What about the other 167?
Cue this podcast. We're here to bring the church to you the rest of the week. I'm David Vogel, the Director of Communication here at Central Community Church.
I'm Corey Broddle, the Director of Community. We've been to the 1 hour in church. Now welcome to the other 167.
Well, this is going to be a really fun episode. Today we have Brianna Baskerville with us as our guest. She is the founder and the executive director of an organization here in Wichita called Wichita's Littlest Heroes, which is quickly becoming, I think, one of my favorite organizations because the work they do is so cool. So thank you for being here, Brianna.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
Well, Bri, so my daughter, Lenny,
Yes.
who is now 10, is a Littlest Hero. So this organization means a lot to us because I know you guys do a lot for those heroes and those families. So can you start by just telling us the backstory? How did Wichita's Littlest Heroes get started?
Yeah, so Wichita's Littlest Heroes was actually started in the halls of a hospital here in Wichita at Wesley. My son had been diagnosed with a really rare autoimmune condition called juvenile dermatomyositis. So, yeah, try saying that. It took me a few weeks to learn how to say that, but it basically is a autoimmune disorder that attacks his skin and his muscles. He's very sensitive to sunlight, and we have to do a lot of sunscreen. And he was in a wheelchair even.
Wow.
His muscles atrophied to the point it was really scary, and it took quite a few hospital visits and quite a few doctors to really figure out what was going on with him. But the treatments for his condition required over 200 treatments of IVIG, and those last between 7-8 hours. And as a 4-year-old, and he was on a lot of steroids, oral medications. He was taking like 17 pills a day at the age of 4, and he was losing his childhood. He went from being in daycare, preschool, to the treatments and tears, and being removed from his childhood. And there was a lot of moments there where we spent there where we should have been enjoying time at the zoo with his peers. We one day we could hear a little boy crying down the hall, and my son colored him a picture, and we walked into his room and gave it to him, and the boys connected right away. And before long, we were scheduling our treatments together. Mom and I became really close, and she was going through nursing school, and one day just God really spoke to me in the halls of the hospital that what I was seeing with Egan and Tristan at the ages of 4, and they were really inspiring, encouraging each other in their friendship through our treatments at a hospital, that we could do more of that. We knew that there were more kids with really rare conditions, and there was no real support group for Tristan because his condition is so rare. So I wanted to have moms that had kids with life-threatening medical conditions, parents be able to come together in one place with their kids for support and resources. And just God gave me that vision. And it started with a Facebook group with about 8 families. And within the first year, it grew to over 100 families.
Wow.
In the second year, 200 and 300. And we just turned 7 last month. And we are over 520 families across Kansas. So we are not just in Kansas or in Wichita. We are across Kansas, and we are now serving kids 0 to 18 through Help, Hope, and Resources for families struggling with life-threatening medical conditions. So God,
and your motto is no one fights alone.
Yeah.
And I love that those 500 families can come and rally together.
Yeah, no one fights alone, and we are. That's really becomes biblical. God teaches us that that we are never alone, and that He is with us always, and we are His children. And so we want to be the hands and feet of Jesus for these families going through these really difficult times, whether it's in the hospital or a home visit, whether it's a wheelchair ramp or just maybe a meal, letting them know that hey, we know you're going through something, and we see you, and we see your pain, and if we can be there for you, we'll do anything we can to make sure that we fill in the gaps of whatever maybe that family needs, whether that's a friend or maybe that's some financial assistance. So we have quite a few programs now. So it's been a real journey.
That's really cool. So you said it was it help, hope,
and happiness.
And happiness. So go a little bit deeper into what each of those is within the organization.
Yeah. So Hope, we offer financial assistance. Last year we gave over $40,000 cash assistance to our families. Every month we have a committee that comes together and reviews our applications, and that we often pay for things that most assistance programs will not pay for, whether that may be a trip to Kansas City, or we've paid for a year's worth of medication for a hero, or maybe that's a mortgage payment. We want to make sure that mom and dad are taken care of. Really, they are, the head of the household. And so often, we the heroes are often the focus. But if mom and dad are not in a good place and are struggling with some basic things, then we need to really meet those needs first and make sure that family is secure. And then that trickles on down to the kids. So if mom and dad are in a good place, then our heroes are going to be in a good place. So we provide hope through that financial assistance and hospital visits. We have hero bags full of fun goodies that are that just let people know that somebody's thinking of them.
So in those, Lenny got one, and there's this little beanie. It's a teal beanie, and she wears it all the time. She just loves it, and her brothers and sisters know that was the Wichita's Littlest hero beanie, and she just loves it.
Awesome. Yeah, we partner with a lot of other organizations in our community and within the United States, and that one of them is the Joy Jars, and they probably got a Joy Jar, and in it has all kinds of. It's got a beanie, headphones, and notepad, and we put a cape in our hero bags, and each of our kids get a T-shirt and a bumper sticker, and let them know that they really are special, and somebody's thinking of them. So that's the hope part of our program. The help, whether we do a lot of residential. Commercial construction projects. So, like we've talked about one of your guys' members here, Steve.
Steve Ost, I think.
Ost, yeah. Sorry, Steve Ost. He's just been a phenomenal addition to our Wichita's Littlest Heroes. He's come in with just a huge heart and a mission. He lost his son to cancer many years ago, and he knows that pain many of our parents are going through. And he has been able to help all our families get wheelchair ramps in about 4 or 5 homes just in the last couple months. He has been just a phenomenal force of just kindness, and really, when I say the hands and feet of Jesus, he is a picture of that. So he's been great for our families, and we appreciate him and his crew so much that the Neighbor to Neighbor group has been volunteering with us, and they've just been phenomenal. So we're so thankful for them. And but yeah, that's part of the help. We also provide a lot of resources. We have a parent program manager in our office, throughout the week that our parents can call, or she calls them and is able to reach out with resources. So maybe they're struggling with insurance. Maybe their sibling is having a hard time with something. Maybe it's a mental health issue. We often see mental health issues within our group, and we can refer them to resources or programs that would be of assistance to them, so that are already in our community. And then the happiness part, we throw over 40 to 50 events every year. With COVID, yeah, with COVID, we are busy.
Yes.
With COVID last year, it was really hard because, that is a big portion of our program. And so we throw a lot of events, and our parents and our families are able to meet and to mingle and to enjoy, whether it be our family fall fest at Applejack Pumpkin Patch or a Christmas drive-through at O.J. Watson Park, that our families are able to meet and connect and to create different relationships that they may not have otherwise met. So we've got mom events where our moms can have a mom's night out. We also have sibling events, teens night out. We have a teens group as well that goes out once a month and has a good time. So we've got a little bit of something for everybody. We really try to cater to everybody in the family. So
that is so cool.
So tell us, the people that are listening, like you've already tugged at my heart. I know I've seen tears in David's eyes, so you've tugged at his heart.
Thanks a lot, Cor.
So if we want to get involved and help out, what are some volunteer opportunities?
Yeah, there's a lot of great ways to get involved, whether it be volunteering, whether through sponsorship or prayer or volunteering in the office. Or maybe you even know a hero. So there's our website is a great way to get connected. With Wichita's littlestheroes.com. You can refer a hero. So if you know somebody that maybe you have a child that you know that might be needing our services or that we could help support, that you can do that there. If you want to volunteer, you can sign up to be a volunteer there as well. And we do have volunteer opportunities. You can do sign up and do our orientation here shortly. We have one coming up. So, and then we have plenty of events. If you would like to be a sponsor, you can always call the office and we can set something up. We have lots of fun events and fundraisers coming up that are available on our website as well. And then
do you want to tell us about a couple of those fundraisers coming up?
Oh, yeah. So October 9th, we have Bravery Ball. It's our black tie fundraiser.
Okay.
We do once a year. We have a live auction, silent auction, and we have inspirational parents that are going to share their stories that evening, and a great dinner that will be provided. So it'll be a lot of fun, and it's a good reason to get dressed up and just have a good time with your family, or go out with your double date for a night. So
there you go.
Double date for a good cause. So.
Yeah. And then you have a garage sale coming up, too, because I've got a lot of stuff in my house that I'm ready to get rid of.
Well, we can help you with that. So June 4th and 5th, we will be having a garage sale at Epic Church, which is out east on Central. And we will take any of your stuff or your for our garage sale. Donations can be dropped off there a couple days prior to. And if you would like to volunteer, we have a sign up available on our website, and we'd be happy. We're gonna come shop. Come if you've got something you're looking for. I'm sure maybe we can have some good items at our garage sale for you to take home. So.
Yeah. That's cool. Okay, I know we're kind of winding down, but I just have to add, before we started recording, we were just kind of talking, and I come from a graphic design background.
Yeah.
And I was commenting that I just loved your branding and your art, which is very like comic booky superhero. Mm-hmm. And your reasoning for that branding really struck me. I thought it was really cool. Could you just share what that was? Why the kids are in superhero costumes?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm a photographer, and I work with a lot of different photographers. Photos are something special for our hero families. It's not something often our families are able to, either maybe they don't have the time or maybe they don't have the money to get family photos, but we'd love to take great photos of our kids. We work with WSU Shocker Studios and a number of different photographers here in town to provide one-on-one custom photo shoots with our superheroes. We get them dressed up in a costume of their choice and give them a moment in the spotlight with a photographer, and that family gets a number of photos for them to take home or share, print of their child, that they reflect, just that they see themselves as strong and brave, and we really want our heroes to feel as fierce as we know they are. So they are so brave and special to us, and every day is a fight, and we know that, but we want them to know that they are never alone, and that they are our heroes, and that we love them so much, and that we are here to support them. So we want them to be reflected with our marketing and our image to be reflected in that.
That is really
thank
cool.
you.
Very cool. Well, thanks for being here, Bree, and thank you for being the hands and feet of Jesus to our littles.
Thank you.
I know our family appreciates it too.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a joy and a pleasure to be that for families, and thank you for having us. We really appreciate all the support that Central Community gives to us, and we look forward to lots of fun future memories together, and just thankful for all the support you guys give us. So thanks for having me today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, have a good one.
Thanks for listening to 167. Please leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, or wherever you're listening from.
And to keep up with everything at Central Community Church, follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And if you want to watch us record this podcast live, find us on YouTube.
We think the 167 hours between church services are so important, and we hope you'll share this episode with your friends. Join us next week.